Hi everyone, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today I want to show you a specific video around this guy Lucius, the new champ that they just released yesterday, and we will see if you should or not invest or use your different resources on this champ. Let's see. So, first of all, you're gonna need to unlock this champ. No, you can't farm the hero event dungeon without this champ. I don't know. I noticed that some people complained on the last update because it seems that you need to have the new champ to farm the new event, the hero event dungeon. But it's always good to have the champ for this dungeon because it increases by 200% the play token that you're gonna have while you are farming the hero event dungeon. This is the team. I'm gonna just quickly show you the team that I use. I don't think that there are any difficulties on the hero event dungeon anymore because now we got the level, we reached the level 70. We got a lot of different boosts on the relics that we didn't have before, and they don't increase the difficulties of this dungeon, the hero event dungeon that they keep releasing every update when we have the new champ. So this is why I just will quickly show you the team that I use, and you will see that it is a very easy hero event dungeon to farm, and I recommend you to farm this dungeon, this event, because you can buy a lot of different interesting rewards in the shop, obviously. Okay, so we can see that it triggers, we will also speak about the new champ, it triggers the first passive, and you can also, yeah, you don't see it when you write the passive. It is something that you can see in the chivalry. You can put the oblivion, where is that? After an ally attack. Yes, this one. You can put the oblivion. It means that the first time that someone is going to attack, you will trigger the second chivalry. No, the first chivalry. And you have 100% chance to inflict oblivion, and it cannot be resisted. So this is something very interesting. Oblivion is one of the best, if the best, debuff for PvP in the game. It's it is really annoying for the enemy when they got oblivion because they can't trigger any passive skill. So this is something very great. As you can see, easy farm for this dungeon, and after that you can go right here in the event shop and buy everything. I will quickly tell you what will I buy. I obviously bought all of the different relic, rate up summon tickets, special summon tickets, and I'm gonna also buy, I spoke about this in my video, this one. It is very rare and it is one of the best keepsake set for support, and we can now farm the focus set from the new stages that they just released on the last update, but we still can't farm the mythic binding chain anywhere that will allow us to craft the unity set. So this is why I highly recommend you to buy this thing, because it is something that you can't farm right now. And after, maybe I'm gonna buy the legendary relic shard summon ticket. I don't know yet, because we they just released the new equipment dungeon, the new stages at least, and I want to keep my energy to farm this one. So let's go to the interesting part, and we will see if we can use the new champ in PvP first. We're gonna speak about PvP, and after we're gonna speak about PvE. Let's try against that kind of team. Basically in PvP right now, the meta is a Quaggy Never, Brainen, Lagerta, and then you can find hides, or most of the time it's gonna be Veilai, to be honest, but there are some variants, and some people can also use Guinevere to make the team much more tanky, but most of the time it's gonna be a Quaggy Never, Veilai, Brainen, and Lagerta. So we will see that if this guy can replace someone in the current meta, and it's gonna be like that. I'm gonna see if we can replace Lagerta. Let's see. Okay, cancel the auto. Okay, I pressed the auto. Let's check something. We got buff disruption, right? We got buff disruption, but it seems that arrogant confidence is not considered as a buff. Or maybe debuff immunity. Yeah, the problem is that when you play with Veilai and Lagerta, Veilai against Lagerta, I still don't understand how we can know if we can have the debuff or not, because we have both debuff immunity and buff disruption, but well, it doesn't matter that much. Okay, so basically, if you play first with Veilai, then you're gonna trigger her passive, and this guy is going to use the skill 2 as joint attack, and it will deal some damage, some AoE damage. So we will now, when using skill 3, if you have 3 arrogant confidence, this is, I think, the problem of this champ when you want to use this guy in PvP, because you're gonna need to have 3 different arrogant confidence buff. The maximum buff that you can have is 3, and when you will reach the maximum buff, which is 3, then you will be able to trigger the 3rd passive. If you want to have the arrogant confidence buff, then you need to trigger the 1st passive, and also you will have one of arrogant confidence buff at the beginning of the fight if you reach the Chivalry 3. So you start the fight with 1 arrogant confidence. Then I'm gonna use the skill 3 on her, and I got another arrogant confidence buff right here. So now I have 2 arrogant confidence buff, but I can have 1 more arrogant confidence buff only when this passive is up. And right now I can't have the last arrogant confidence buff. It means that I need to kill. The damage is doing decent damage, but nothing incredible. Okay, its triggers is passive, the passive, this one. Okay, because I had 2 arrogant confidence, so when Brainen used his skill on my Lucius, it triggers his 2nd passive. That's why I got the barrier, and I also increased the attack gauge of Hound's favor allies and all allies. So this is something great, because you can easily have 2 buffs of arrogant confidence And so you should be able to trigger the second passive of Lucius easily. Okay, so now I'm going to trigger... sadly, I can only use the skill 1. But... and I need to use the skill 3 when I have 3 arrogant confidence. So sadly, I can't trigger the third passive. But I have right now 3 arrogant confidence buff, and I'm now able to trigger his third passive. This one, which will charge the attack gauge. You must understand that you're gonna charge the attack gauge, then you're gonna use this skill. It is like the same mechanic of Everett. Don't expect him to charge the attack gauge and then use this skill, and then you will not be able to play another time. It's you charge the attack gauge by 100%, and then it's trigger Gaia's Wrath, which will attack all the enemies 3 times. So it means that this is automatic. You will not be able to play anyway. It will trigger the passive, so it will charge the attack gauge of Lucius, and he will use Gaia's Wrath automatically, which will attack all the enemies 3 times and deal 108% of attack and ignores 10% of defense. So this is basically what I would like to trigger in PvP. But you need to have 3 arrogant confidence. So this is why, in my opinion, it's not gonna be easy to use this guy in PvP. Let's see what we can do. They, I obviously you noticed it. I don't need to tell you, but tell me in the comment what do you think about this one. I know that. Oh, you see? I don't know if it's bug, if you can let him play 100 times, or if it will automatically reset to 20. But I feel that 20 automatic fights in PvP every day should be enough to climb in arena. If you have the decent team and that decent win rates, then you should be able to climb in PvP without even playing. It will automatically restart. We're gonna try. It will automatically restart the fight, and I think this is a very good thing. It's gonna make the PvP much more comfortable. Okay. Okay, sadly, well, first of all, he attacked the wrong target, obviously. But, well, in this configuration, what did he do exactly when Vela uses her skill 3 at the beginning of the fight? Then it's going to trigger the joint attack, and you will use the skill 2 of Lucius because he's in Hound's Father faction. So it is good to pair Lucius and Vela together. Right here don't have shield, so yeah, but I don't know, what do you think? But I don't feel that I dealt a lot of damage. I really don't feel that I dealt a lot of damage. I would have won this guy with Lagertha. I would have dealt much more damage with Lagertha anyway. We're gonna try something. Because if I can play first, maybe I don't need to play with Aquaginever. But Aquaginever is really one of the best champ in PvP right now. And honestly, Lucius seems to be not bad, but it's very not easy to rivalize with Lagertha, Brennan, Vela, and Aquaginever. That's why I don't think that he has a slot in PvP right now. Not because he's bad, simply because Aqua Ginevra is way too strong right now, and you can't replace Aqua Ginevra. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't think that is going to deal more damage. I don't think that is doing more damage than Aqua Ginevra, so it has no sense for me to replace Aqua Ginevra by this guy. For PvP, he has similar job. He's a damage dealer, Aqua Ginevra is a damage dealer, but Aqua Ginevra got that thing, she got hit accuracy, attack, critical strike rate buff, lot of stats added at the beginning of the fight for this girl. You don't need to care about hit accuracy, you don't need to care about critical strike rate. She got that thing, independent chance to range each ounce favor ally, attack dodge, decrease immunity. She will trigger the second passive if she has protection, and 100% independent chance to charge attack dodge of each ally by 30%. Wow, this is crazy. This girl has a crazy kit, and that's why even if he has decent kit, everything is not that bad on this champ. But honestly, for PvP, from what I've tried, he will never replace Aqua Ginevra. He has nothing better than Aqua Ginevra. Even the this Q, yeah, okay, it costs 2 Vigor, but gonna do more damage with this Q. 320, and there is 300 and the 120% extra damage if you got protection. Well, as I said, I think he's good. It could be usable in PvP, but only if you don't have this gear. And well, okay, guys, let's look something else. So this is what I think about this guy. He's not bad, but nothing better than Aqua Ginevra. If you don't have Aqua Ginevra, then it could be an option for you. You can maybe play with this guy instead of Aqua Ginevra. I think it's maybe the best other option. But it can trigger Oblivion. This is maybe something that you don't have on Aqua Ginevra. This is the first passive, Oblivion. This is maybe where this guy can be better than Aqua Ginevra. What is it has? But overall, I think Aqua Ginevra is much better. So this is for PvP. We will not speak too much about PvP. The meta is very boring. It's very strong, very difficult. I don't even know how can new players play against the meta right now. All the different champs used in PvP are totally insane, and we almost don't have anything to counter the new meta right now. It's just about gears, just about speed, just about evasion stuff. So sadly, they are playing the same team because currently you don't have that much counter. So they can, well, I'm a bit wrong. It seems that there are a lot of different teams, but I feel that I'm always playing against the same 4 champs. So this is for PvP, guys. So PvP, I would say like A rank, okay? A rank for PvP. So if you want to invest in someone for PvP, I don't recommend you to invest on this guy. Can we summon Aqua Ginevra? Do they plan to release Aqua Ginevra? I hope they will, because she's way too strong, and if the new players can't summon this girl, it's gonna be very unbalanced for them. I hope they're gonna add Aqua Ginevra in the wish list, in the pool at least, and after the people will be able to add her in the wish list. Seems that you can't summon her right now. And well, as I said, I feel that she's gonna be very difficult to replace in PvP. Let's now check Hall of Conquerors Megalon. This is where he's supposed to shine. Let's check the different team used in this content first. So now we can look in World's group. Who do I have in my group? Great, seems that I don't have that much good players. Because now we can lock the Wind Relic of Lagerta. So people are obviously using this guy in Megalon, and it seems that some of them are already doing a lot of damage. Well, it seems to be the meta for Megalon right now, but with this system, the people used to copy a lot, so I'm not even sure that this is the best team to use for Megalon, to be honest. Because maybe we... Oh yes, we don't need to use Gaiden there, but maybe Gilroy, sorry. Maybe Gilroy could be used in Steel Flank at Pinved instead, and replace him by someone else in the Wound Father faction, for example. Replace him by Uriens, for example, and keep the slots, keep Gilroy for someone else, I don't know, but it doesn't matter that much. I'm gonna make a video obviously on all of these bosses with the new update, because now we got Owned Favor Allies Endurance, interesting, at the start of the battle. So we got now 40% extra damage from the elemental damage, the elemental advantage. This is something that we didn't have before, so it can change a lot of things now on this content. Let's see. I'm gonna use focus set. Sorry, I didn't prepare that. I'm gonna change it with you. I dropped a lot. I farmed a lot the focus set. What? I have nothing. Okay. Hit accuracy. Attack. Pierce. Critical strike damage. Pierce. Wow, that one is great. Sadly, I don't have attack percent. I would like to have attack percent as the last substat. Here I'm gonna use this one. I will craft a lot. I will make a video because I think it's interesting to see. Effect accuracy. I don't need effect accuracy. I'm gonna use this one just for the buff. I think it will be interesting for you guys to see how do I manage to craft the equipment, and how I'm gonna use the different changeless equipments. So when I'm gonna forge a lot of focus set equipment, then I will make a specific video to show you how do I manage this thing. And I think it is one of the most important part in the game, because this is all the gacha game. Everything is about how players manage the resources, especially in this game, which is very free to play. So the difference between the players is the money management, equipment management, and resources management. So I think that is gonna be interesting to show you. How do I do? What do we have? We have now 3 different arrogant confidence buff, a lot of different buff from the focus set, and we should also have the critical strike damage buff from the first passive. Okay. What should we do? As I said, we need to have 3 different arrogant confidence buff, and it is the maximum numbers of buff that you can have. On him you can't stack more than 3 arrogant confidence buff. So now I'm gonna use the skill. I do wrong. Oh, and X5. X5 is very great. So now we need to use the skill 3. When we will use the skill 3, then you will see that you will charge the attack gauge and instantly trigger Gaia's Wrath. And it will allow you to kill to destroy the totems. What about the totem? Change damage to second value. Dot they can decrease. Okay, what is the job of the totem? 100 chance to grant Megalon attack increase. Decrease each enemy's attack gauge. Megalon attack charge. Okay, debuff immunity. So they are mainly here to debuff Yochim and buff Megalon. So I guess that. Oh, and we also need remove Megalon's convert stance. Okay, we also need continuously to destroy the totem because it will allow you to put the mage taking increased debuff on Megalon. Well, this is why this guy has very good use on this content, because with the skill 3, you trigger the 3rd passive and you destroy the totem. After that, okay, we can see that he buffs the boss. Oh, I really need to manage my Vigor with this team. But it doesn't matter, I just want to show you. This is not the team that I recommend you to use there, obviously. I just want to show you the mechanic of this guy. Now, we got the 3rd passive on cooldown, so we can't trigger the passive, but on the skill 2, you have 100% chance to reduce the 3rd passive cooldown by 2 turns. So if we use the skill 2 right now, then we will be able on the next turn to trigger the 3rd passive. So this is basically the mechanic of this guy. You will need to continuously spam skill 2, then skill 3 to trigger the 3rd passive. Skill 2 again reduce the cooldown of 3rd passive, and use the skill 3 to trigger the 3rd passive. Everything seems to be around the skill 2 and the skill 3 and this passive. Okay, this one you will trigger when you will got it. And the 3rd passive trigger every turn. This is great. This is very great. Very nice passive. But, well, this is basically what you're gonna need to do. So, you will have to put something like this. Skill 2, then skill 3, then skill 2, or skill 2, then skill 3. It doesn't matter. But you need to make your rotation between these 2 skills. And it will normally continuously reset the 3rd passive. And allow you to trigger the Gaia's Wrath, which will generate damage to destroy the totems. Honestly, I think this guy is going to be very interesting for Megalon, but that's all. So, to conclude with you guys, if you... what could I say? If you are a beginner and you don't have Aqua Guinevere, then you may consider to invest on this guy because it can be a good alternative of Aqua Guinevere. If you have Aqua Guinevere and you are a beginner, then just skip this guy because there are a lot of different champs much better than him. Don't stupidly skip this guy and summon him at least 1 copy but don't waste too much of your resources on this guy. If you are late game player and if you don't have that much champs to upgrade anymore, then you can invest on this guy because he will help you to farm Megalon. You probably need to reach the maximum score for this content anyway if you are late game players, and it's gonna be something, it's gonna be an interesting investment to reach the maximum chivalry that you can on this champ. I would not recommend you to unlock the chivalry 10, but as I did, unlock the chivalry 8 can be a good option and is going to be useful for PvP globally. I mean, for Clan War, we're gonna need to make 9 different teams now, so we will probably be able to find a decent team for him against a lot of the different defense that we have in Clan War. So to conclude, I would say A for A rank for PvP, S for Megalon specifically, and globally I think B, C for classic PvE content. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed to play the game. A lot of different things to do now, a lot of different videos that I will be able to make for you guys, and even if I think the new champ is not that good, it's okay, we have a lot of things to do, and honestly they released a lot of very strong champs the last update, and I don't think that we should expect to have any other strong champ like Gerza, Veiley, or Aquaginever. They are anyway, they are way too strong. They are way stronger than all of the other champs in the game. It has no sense for me. So if we don't want the game to be too unbalanced, it's better to have that kind of champ that we can use only in specific content for specific users, and I feel that the game is much more balanced with that kind of champ, much more funny than if they keep releasing a lot of stronger champs, and the power creep is too huge and all of the different champs gonna be useless. So this is why I feel that it's not a bad champ, just something specific for some content, but he is usable, he looks fine, and well, that's not bad. Bye bye guys, enjoy the game, don't hesitate to ask me anything that you want in the comment of the video, I will answer, and if you want to see something specific, don't hesitate also to ask me, even if I know already that I will have a lot of different videos to do. If a lot of you guys ask for something specific, then I will take the time to make a video about this. Bye bye guys, enjoy the game, see you soon.